19, which in part echoes stage 12 of 3 years ago. The peloton will begin their 138-kilometer day in the saddle by riding back up to Montvernier, and will continue climbing for another 10 kilometers to the Col de Chaussy. Then it's down into the valley for a 30-kilometer round trip along the River Arc. Later on, at Saint-Étienne-de-Queen, the riders begin a 22.4-kilometer climb to the Col de la Croix de Fer via the Glandon. The slope averages out at 7%, but it harbours sections at 9 and 10. Then they head back to Saint-Jean-de-Maurienne via the Col de Mollard for an 18-kilometer climb to the finish in La Toussière. Then it's off to bed to dream about the Telegraph, Galibier and Alpe d'Huez.
He moves on to the attack! There's no real sense to it, but at least he gets a mention. There's more than a minute on the clock. The brake seems to be working. The peloton has slowed right down. The teammates of those in the breakaway are not going to make an effort. It's up to the other teams to get their fingers out. A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group. There are some legs that just can't take the speed anymore. The riders are being left behind. The lead rider is now more than 2 minutes ahead of the peloton. They really are moving. The pack can't get strung out too far, or it's going to start breaking up. The pack is putting the squeeze on the breakaway. The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed. This climb features some dreadful percentages. Attack from a rider. They're over the top and heading down the other side at a fair lick. They'll be able to get some strength back. The pack's deficit is being cut back. The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway. Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed. Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed. This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high. A symbolic kilometer as we go through the halfway stage of the race. It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps. riders are in a portion above 10%. We've got just 1/3 of the race left to run. Now's not the time to give up watching. We're into the downhill section. The riders can take a breather, but they can't let their guard drop. The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%. The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%. A courageous rider is looking to break away. The team trains are pulling the pack forward, although victory seems assured for the breakaway. The riders will take full advantage of the incline to get some oxygen into their lungs, but they must remember to keep their shape.
Januson's fallen.
There's a mass crash in the pack, but it doesn't look too serious. Watch out, a team leader is falling behind. Oh my! I can see a rider on the tarmac. Thank goodness he looks fit to get back in the race. The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage. Fall in the pack! Apparently, the leader is on the ground. We've just learned of a fall. Let's hope that all riders will get up quickly. This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high. Holy cow, that was a fall! kilometers left.
Counterattack by Romain Bardet. Acceleration by Pinot.
None of the favorites is giving an inch. And there's an attack at the front. He could go all the way. There are just 5 kilometers left. Wow, that's one attack that's going to leave a good few in its wake. Things are hotting up at the front! The riders are in a portion above 10%. Congratulations! He showed determination to add this win to his prize list.